Hi, this is Matthew Williams, author of Something Changed, Stumbling Through Divorce, Dating and Depression. And today I want to talk a little bit about counselling. This is something that I've experienced three times. Twice when I was very poorly with depression and basically needed help to get me through that. And the third time was last year. Was going through a difficult situation in my life, really, that I just felt I needed some help to help me navigate my way through it. And it's something, it was difficult to speak about at the time when I was writing about it. Because it's difficult putting yourself out there when you are in that kind of vulnerable, difficult position, really. And that's why I deliberately did put it out there, because because we all go through those difficult periods. And I don't know, I just felt that I've been open and honest about other things, and I felt it was an important part of moving on from where I had been in the past, and from where I began my writing to where I want to get to. And really, just key things I wanted to say about it is that there's this I don't know, I suppose counselling and therapy, as it can get called, can be seen as something people don't want to admit to. Almost like it means there's something wrong with you. But it's a very different attitude to what they have in America, where everyone, it seems, has a therapist, and similar to how a personal trainer can be over here, it can be a kind of status symbol for some people, where having a therapist with a particular reputation or that costs a certain amount of money. But I just want to say, I suppose, that just how beneficial it can be, and again, aside from the obvious of in my case with the mental health problems, where it really was a lifesaver in a lot of ways. But what I found, particularly with last year's counselling that I had, it really helps you to understand yourself and why why you are the way you are, why you think the way you think, why you do the things you do, make the choices that you make. And that can really help. You may have noticed, can be quite an introspective, reflective kind of person, but I learned so much about myself last year, and things clicked into place as to right, yeah, that's where that came from. I understand myself better now. I understand that. And it helps us to try to change things that we feel would help us to change, but also to accept things that maybe we've struggled with or can beat ourselves up for. But by having a greater understanding of ourselves, we can become more accepting of who we are. And I believe that life, for me, is very much about becoming that best version of yourself. And I think counselling really does help with that. And one of the things I found is that, and I've been in situations where you're trying to figure out someone else might have done something or been acting in a way that impacts on us, and I thought, well, why are they acting like that? Why are they doing that? Why do they think that? What if I do X, Y, and Z? It's hard enough to figure out our own heads half the time, and trying to get inside someone else's head and figure it out and use that as a way to determine what we do in our lives. It's just, you're not hiding nothing half the time, I think, because ultimately we can only be responsible for ourselves, for our own stuff, understanding ourselves, dealing with our own feelings, and making the choices that are right for us, regardless of what anybody else thinks, does, says. And again, I found that counselling is something that's really helped me with that. So yeah, that's it. It was just really wanting to highlight the positives that can come from it. And I think it's something that absolutely anybody could benefit from, because how could we not be helped by understanding ourselves that bit better? That's all for today. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.